welcome to Just Another Nerdy Podcast. I'm Jay.
I'm Tommy McFoy.
And today, we are going to be hitting up some news. But first, a little business out of the way. If you want, you can hit us up on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play, and Stitcher if you feel like listening to this and not watching our faces the whole goddamn time.
Are we still on Castbox?
We are on Castbox. We'll always be on Castbox, actually, because Castbox is our home. That's where we host.
Alright.
They host us for free, so thank you, Castbox. Also, if you want, you can watch us live every Wednesday at 11 a.m.-ish. Hi, Chris. I'm guessing that's you, our #1 viewer. And then, if you feel like hitting us up on YouTube, I'm actually going to start clipping these things down so you can digest them into more digestible bites. So follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Just Another Nerdy Podcast. Hit us up on Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and Castbox if that's your fucking speed. You can download us, put a little nerdy in your pocket.
Yeah.
Alright, so Tommy, we got a new set, actually, and we got some lighting, which is dope.
We look great.
We do. We look pretty good. The only thing is that fucking umbrella light, which I think I'm going to move at some point. It's just driving me nuts. I can't do it. I can't! Anyways.
got rid of the shadows behind us, but now we have the umbrella light.
Yeah, now we have a boo, like a halo, just boo. So tell me, what have you been up to this week?
Playing a lot of video games.
What games are you playing?
Fallout and Final Fantasy 12, a little bit of Final Fantasy 8. I'm playing a bunch at the same time, because I can never just, well, except for Fallout. Normally I have to, like, swap games every now and then.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just replaying games that I've played before.
Did you finish Fratzel Rock yet? No, okay. I was just asking.
I keep forgetting, like, I'm
Just asking for a friend.
I hang out at Multiverse every day, and I'm on Hulu watching stuff, and I just keep forgetting to watch it.
Okay, so, right, okay. You watch anything new lately? Go to any movies? Did you see that house with the clock on the walls?
I have not seen
I
that.
really want to watch that, but I don't have time.
I saw Predators.
Yeah, you said you saw Predators.
Yeah.
You weren't a fan.
Nope, it was okay.
Which, it's about what I expected.
Yeah.
Like you said, that's my lowest expectation.
It's literally a cheesy B action movie. Like,
I feel like that's what the Predator franchise is, though.
yeah, but
How was the dialogue? Because, like, Shane Black's pretty witty with his dialogue.
No, like, the dialogue was hilarious. When they tell jokes and stuff, they're hilarious. I wish there was more character backstory so you could actually care about them. Because the whole time they're fighting against the Predator and they're, like, almost dying. I was like, if he died, I wouldn't care at all. I know nothing about this guy.
The Predator or the main character?
The main character and his team of goons. I'll call them goons. They're just cracking jokes the whole time.
How was the dope-ass big Predator?
He looked cool, but the smaller Predator actually had the better effects because it was all practical shit. It looked great. The bigger guy, you could tell he was CG, but he still looked pretty good too.
I'm surprised with. I mean, his size was fairly comparable. I'm surprised they didn't have just a really big fucking guy.
Yeah, but they did. I mean, it looked CG to me. It might have been a big guy. I didn't look, but
I didn't watch it, so I mean, I haven't seen it yet. It's on my bucket list of shit to rent, but I'm still
I would wait for a rental. I wouldn't pay to see it at the theater.
I'm still trying to rent Tag. Like,
really? I still haven't seen that either.
I keep coming home and I'm like, I would love to watch a movie right now, but I don't want to leave the couch.
So keep telling me it's an alright movie, but
this is the epitome of my laziness. I started watching Vines to kill time. I
love Vines, man.
Yeah,
Tom Sanders is the best.
Vine compilations. I think my favorite is there's this little chubby New Zealand kid, and he goes, Pepsi, Coke glass, I don't give a damn. I lost my goddamn
I don't know.
mind.
My favorite Vines, it's the one with the kid at school and he tries to jump through the doorway and he like slams his head into the doorway and they just do it to different songs. Oh, it kills me.
Yeah, whenever they do the song compilations, those are always pretty funny. Someone smacking their head is always just grand.
And I will always and forever love a head smacking video to 1,000 Miles.
Yeah. Also, the Elmo one where it's like la 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 la. This is Elmo. La. Hello, darkness, my old friend. And just Elmo standing in the rain. Just those are pretty entertaining. But yeah, I was killing time the other day. I watched first episode. Actually, I watched the second half of the first episode of This Is Us last night.
The new season started?
Yeah, new season started last night.
Oh,
hit that shit on Hulu, man. They're working the tears already.
The Gifted started back up soon too.
You know what? I didn't finish it. I fell out of it.
I liked it.
I got really like good. 2 episodes from the end, so I think the family is what bothers me. The twins. I think if they just had the twins, I have a cramp. Oh shit!
I was like, Jesus, are you okay, man?
Leg cramp. Okay, so whoops. Sorry. Balls. I'm gonna stand for a second. There goes my mouse. If we don't clip that shit, I'm gonna be sad.
If we don't clip that.
Oh, Balls McGee. My fucking camera and microphone are like eating each other right now.
If you sit down, you're just gonna cramp up again.
Maybe. I don't know. Since you're like here, I'm gonna just move the camera. I'll get some of the. No, overall lighting's still there. Okay. Anyways, so I think if it was like the sister and the brother, I would care more. But I think the dad and the mom are a bridge too far. This is something about mutants. And I just don't care about the parents who are not mutants.
I mean, also, it's kind of weird because in every X-Men thing you see, like, the parents find out their kids are mutants and they're like, oh, get the fuck out of here. But these parents are like, hey, we love you. Like,
yeah, we love you.
We're fine with you. I was like, that doesn't happen.
They're actually good parents. They're like, hey, we should still love our children. And,
said no other parent ever in the X-Men universe.
In the entire X-Men franchise have they ever... They're like, fuck my kids, they're mutants now. It's because it's the comparison of like... So, what's interesting is, you know, you can compare X-Men to, like, race relations, but I almost think, like... Because you never find out your kid's black. You know, you're just like,
no.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
But I would say, like, it is comparable to, like, if your kids were gay.
Yeah.
You know, like, you come out to your parents, like, hey, by the way. Because, I mean, if you break it down, you actually, like, fully believe this, because a lot of people don't. But if you believe that, like, homosexuality is something you're born with, it's the same idea as the mutant gene. So... You're gonna have accepting and non-accepting parents, but normally they're like, "Damn you! Let's put you through a mutant conversion camp."
Yeah. And then it just makes you angry.
Yeah.
Angry as hell.
I don't know. I just didn't dig the show because the parents were kind of like. I felt like story-wise they were kind of interrupting things a lot.
Yeah. The parents are hit or miss, but I still really liked the show.
I mean, I dug it for a while, and just after a while I fell out. And then the whole like. Making Blink fall in love with the guy thing was really fucking annoying.
Oh, yeah.
I fell out of it. And then they, like, for some reason, when the siblings hold hands, they, like, destroy everything. I don't know. I fell out of it. I want to start watching it again. I've got, like, a million other things.
That's how I felt with Legion Season 2. I still haven't finished it.
Oh, really? I like the
It's
end.
really good. I'm 4 episodes in. I have so much stuff.
They drag ass really.
Yeah, well, I'm 4 episodes in and nothing's happened yet. So.
Yeah, they drag ass a lot.
It's like Jessica Jones Season 2.
Yeah. Oh, Jessica Jones Season 2.
Nothing happens till episode 7.
Yeah, like, I love the show, and I thought Season 2 was great, but something about the mom was not as great as you wanted.
Everyone was saying she was one of the best parts about the show, and she was amazing. And
she was, but she wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, she's the reason why it was so good, and she's the reason why it was also so bad. Like, is it Killmonger? No. Kilgrave was a consistently amazing villain. Just like Kingpin. Kingpin and Daredevil.
David Tennant is amazing.
By the way, have you seen any of the new shit for Daredevil?
Is there more than just the teaser?
Yeah, there's a lot more now. So they've got pictures. They've got a full trailer.
I have not seen the full trailer. Check it out.
He is like, he's going back to full black costume. No actual Daredevil like costume. It's the black, and it looks good. Like it's designed this round like more, because before it was like black fabric. This one's like kind of designed a little better, so it looks good. I mean, he sounds good. He's all about murder. He's getting into the murder.
We're gonna get some more sweet hallway scenes. That's still my.
Hopefully, I'm down for some hallway.
That
scenes.
is my favorite action scene in all of the Marvel shows.
Have you ever seen what that was inspired by? Not the American Old Boy, but the original Old Boy.
No, I have not.
If you get a chance to watch the original Old Boy from, what was that? It's the Korean Old Boy, and it's got subtitles. Watch it. It's so fucking good. It is fucked up. Your brain will... Oh my god. Chris, are you with us? Is that who's watching us? We got one person, and it's not me. So, anyways, mind-blowing. Great episode. Or great movie. When you find out what happens, it blows your mind. The American one I've never watched. I've heard it's okay, but there's a hallway scene that inspired that Daredevil hallway scene where it's just that man and a hammer. And it's fucking crazy.
Oh, Jesus,
yeah,
really?
It's great. He's got a hammer, and he's just like a whole bunch of bad guys, and he goes through them. And it's good. But that's what inspired the Daredevil hallway scenes. And then the fact that like every Marvel show now has like some kind of a hallway scene.
Yeah.
Like
it got popular with Daredevil, and Marvel's like, don't want to waste a good thing.
Yeah, let's keep doing it. Like, okay. So yeah, so I checked that out. That was really, really fun. We were just talking about the trailer for Transformers. You said look at I feel like it looks like it came out of the crack. Hey guys, I was in the bathroom, no dritz. I'm going to cry now for no dritz. Right. Well, okay, so Chris dressed as at the dentist.
He has adulting to do.
He has to adult today. And he also slept too much is what he said. So
which is weird because normally he doesn't sleep at all.
Right? Yeah, he's like, I slept it. Well, that's usually what happens, like you sleep in. But Chris, what do you think of our new set, buddy? We got a new set, we got some lighting. I feel like we're looking pretty good.
Sick ass poster behind us.
Yeah, well the poster's the same, it's that fucking frame.
Yeah.
Which I have to figure out how to hang that. Okay, also nice setup. Oh, thank you. I have to hang it. And then I think I'm gonna move that umbrella light at some point. Yes. It's driving me nuts already.
We will have this figured out.
Yeah, we're getting there though. It looks good. It sounds all right. Like it's going okay. But yeah, this is my new place. I can see you in the bush out there. We're good. He found us.
It's pretty chilly. I hope you brought a jacket.
Yeah, I hope you brought a jacket for the bush because there's a lot of dew out there too. So stay dry, buddy. So yeah, so we played. So the new Transformers thing, I felt like it looked like straight out of the comic books. I think, like, because the biggest problem with that, I miss the J picture the most. Yeah, that's not going in here. I've told my wife that. I'm like, I really don't want to hang that in here. I was going to put the Zombieland one right there.
Yeah, that would look so cool.
I got, so, I got this idea. So I have maps to video games.
I have a Skyrim map I was gonna bring you. It's actual. It's the collector's edition parchment map. So
it's not this one.
No, it's actual. It's made out of actual parchment.
Sweet.
If I find it, I will bring it. Cause I have that one too, but that one ripped on me already. Cause it's
this one's starting to rip. What I want to do, that would actually be dope because we could put that up.
Yeah.
Because I want
Is that a Zelda map over there too?
Yeah, I've got. So I bought maps from my friend.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is.
Oh, your map is way better than mine, actually.
Yeah, this map, and then this side's actually the Great Plateau. But I'm more worried about this side. The problem that I'm having is getting these hung and framed because they're so fucking weird shaped.
I found online something that would be perfect too. It's like poster size, kind of like that, but it's a map of A Link to the Past. It's the complete overworld map.
Oh wow!
But poster size.
Oh wow! I want to get Tommy Dog brought in over to snuggle in the bushes. We should just. I don't know how my wife would feel, but I was like, we should just bring your dog. I had a weird dream about dogs last night.
He would go nuts, and he would be knocking into everything and jumping
true.
on everybody.
True.
He's an attention whore, so.
True. We gotta be careful. I do have a nice big backyard to lock dogs in, though, which is nice. When I get a dog someday, it's gonna go in my backyard. They'll come inside sometimes. I won't be that.
It'll still get locked. Don't worry. Yeah. He's not gonna lock it out there for you.
Yeah. It'll come in from time to time. I was actually thinking about making a doggy door also to my garage door, so it could come in and then like set up like a little cuddle space for it in the corner, so essentially my garage would be its doghouse.
That sounds cool as hell.
Yeah,
actually,
I'm like, that would be nice for the dog, to be able to come in and just chill out, lay down, and then like go back out and play. Cause like that's one of the things like people are like, oh, it's outside in the little space, and I'm like, you can have a whole fucking area in the garage for it to run into.
Right.
And then when it's dry and cool, I can just let it in the house and hang out with the dog for a little while. And my wife's not looking.
I let mine outside. I tied a giant yard leash to our porch, and he has a giant radius he can walk around. And people are like, "You leave him out there for that long?" I was like, "He loves it."
It's you. So my opinion is like, as long as you bring your dog in, and as long as you give your dog attention.
Yeah.
You need to give your dog attention, but your dog being outside for a while is okay. Jay, I'm your dog, but I don't have a dog house. That way I sleep in the bushes.
Oh, I love you, Chris.
But that's what, like, my opinion is like with a with a dog, like you should have it outside so it can.
I don't leave him out there I leave him out there for an hour or two. He comes back in. I love on him.
That's not bad.
Like I got neighbors behind me.
That's actually probably healthy for your dog.
Yeah, I have neighbors behind me. Their dogs are in the cage all day long with no attention. At night, they're brought into the house, and then I see all the lights turned off like they're going to bed. And then in the morning, the dogs are brought back out, and they're given food, and then they are not paid attention to all day. And because of that, they bark all day long, and it's annoying as hell.
I can't tell where our neighbor dog is, but like in the middle of the night, when it's nice out, they have it outside, and all I hear is it whine all night. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's nice. It's nice outside. The dog's fine, but it's like, and I'm like, I'm going to burn you to the ground.
I'm trying to sleep.
Like, and then some high schoolers down the street were just at each other at like 10 in the morning, and I'm like, I'm going to kill you. Eat your soul. So yeah, I've just been watching like Vine compilations and trailers, and then I watched This Is Us, and there's this really cool show on Hulu you should check out. It's called Manifest. So what it is you have a group of people that were on an airplane, and there's this. It focuses on this family that got split up because they took like a later flight to get like vouchers and stuff. Because they're like, whenever you're flying, you can actually they'll call out and say sometimes like, oh hey, we overbooked the plane. We can give you free vouchers if you take a later flight. So half the family takes a later flight. So they take that later flight, and what happens is they leave in 2013 and they arrive overnight in 2018.
I saw the trailer for that show.
So yeah, so it's a 5-year skip, and they're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Jay, it's me that you hear at night sometimes in the bushes, but it's warm enough, so I'm doing it for a blanket. All night. That's nice.
I'm just in a blanket and some soup.
So the show was really, really cool. I dug it. I dug the show a lot, actually. They do they land, and then they're like, oh shit, where are we? And everyone's like trying to figure out how it is that they've they've been gone overnight for like ever. So that was really entertaining. Then like it kind of gets a little weird because the siblings start. Well, what's really cool is so you got twins, the twin kids who are both 10. And one of the boy has leukemia, and he's gonna die. Essentially, like there's no treatment and stuff. They leave and they land. One twin gets left behind, so the leukemia boy leaves, and when he lands in 2018, they have the cure for his form of leukemia. So he gets a chance to live. His twin is now 5 years older than him, and there's actually a cool scene where he like sees her, and it fucking warps his mind. He's like he runs away, like he can't handle the fact that his once you're twins
Yeah,
have a bond.
twins are like.
And now all of a sudden she's like 5 years older, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, and he runs away, like he runs off. And they're like, no, I get it. Calm down, take a breath. This is gonna take some getting used to.
That would freak him out. What if like he was born a minute first, but then now she's 5 years older than him?
Right.
That would just blow your mind.
Right. That's crazy. And she's like, I mean, and now she's 15. So there's a huge difference between a 10-year-old and a 15-year-old. So. And then the dad is like kind of trying to wrap his brain around the fact that he lost 5 years with his daughter, you know. So he's dealing with that. And then the mom secretly had started a new relationship, and that hasn't come out yet. Which, I'm sorry, that type of stuff that annoys me.
Yeah.
And I'm like I don't really care. But they have all sorts of really good shit going on on the show. Like, I think it's really cool. They start hearing voices though that tell them to do things, and so they save people's lives. I love the fact, I'm sorry, I just got distracted, but I love the fact on your keyboard it is colored to let you know what your up, down, left, right keys are. Why don't they do that more? Sorry,
I don't know.
Sorry,
I mean, I guess this is a gaming computer, so maybe that's why they do it. I don't know.
They should do that for every keyboard because it's really annoying. Like, it's hard to kind of perceive, like, where do I put my fingers.
Yeah, with mine it's not, because you're like...
Yeah, because it's right there.
And now, since they're, like, colored up, sometimes when I'm not even gaming, I will just put my hands on my keyboard like that.
Why was my computer making noise? We're still streaming, right? Yeah, looks like we're still streaming just fine.
Yeah, we're still going.
Okay, so, so yeah, let's check out, I was just thinking, maybe we should check out news. Okay, so, boom! Okay, here we are. Ooh, I'm gonna move that for now. Shut up! Sorry, my computer's mean. It's like, I was just trying to tell you something. You know what? I'm gonna start by, I'm gonna send us back to here. Woo! And then I'll get to where we need to go. Because I can't tell if it's like commented on my video. You just got mail jail. That's the new sound for it. Mail jail. What are you talking about? What did Zach say on this? I really like Hobo Johnson. I bought his album. Oh, is that his name? Is that Hobo Johnson? Who the fuck is Hobo Johnson?
I have no idea.
Apparently this guy's a thing. So if you know Hobo Johnson, drop a thing in the comments. I mean, Jay. Oh, you got mail, Jay. Yeah, I dig you, Chris. I get what you're saying now. Okay, so just another nerdy podcast. Going over to the thing here. Let's drop this here. I'll put this in the corner. Gotta load up a little. Then we will talk Facebooky stuff. We're just gonna talk news because we got lots of we got some. I didn't do as much focus on the news this week because I was mostly in my backyard, trimming bushes and shit. That's where I found Chris. Ha 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 ha. Okay. I want to make sure I get. Okay, so let's kick up here. Okay, so to start, is my uncle Hobo Johnson. His real name is Dick J.K. Dick Johnson. I get you, man. Okay, so brand new Bumblebee trailer. Honestly, I feel like it looks very... Okay, so fuck all this. Let's get to this. Look at this shit. Like, Optimus looks straight out of the 80s. Bumblebee looks straight out of the 80s. What I like about these shots is you can actually tell what's going on. Like, they take a second to actually show rather than kind of like... Yeah, like, look at that! You actually got to see the complete transformation. That's what I love about this trailer. It's like you can actually see them, like, do things. Like, you get to watch the punch. You get to watch all of that happening. That's probably the most Michael Bay-ish, but the colors stand out. So it's not like, what the fuck is going on? Oh,
I do like that you can tell which Transformer is what. Because in the other movies, a lot of times you can't.
New Death Stranding trailer.
I'm excited for it. I love everything Kojima.
Is that okay? So did you actually watch this trailer?
I haven't seen that trailer, but
he sounds like Nathan Fillion, but I can't really tell.
I know that this game has Norman Reedus in it as the main character.
Norman Reedus, and then I think I read something about Mads Mikkelsen being in here too, which is really
oh, that'd be cool as hell. I love Mads Mikkelsen.
He's amazing. Like everything he does is fantastic. But this trailer, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this. I love to watch it, but it's the most confusing thing I've ever seen. Like, no one has any idea what's going on with the baby in the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't tell. Did you watch the new Crimes of Grindelwald trailer?
I did. I didn't pay super close attention to it. I gotta rewatch it, but
confirmation that the Asian lady is an animagus who is Nagini.
Yeah.
That was cool. The rest of it it looked dark. It was cool. I had fun.
Then I'm guessing they're gonna have her be in her transformation for too long. Because she's completely a snake in the older movies, and if you transform as an animagus and you stay in that form for too long, you're stuck.
Yeah. Well, and it seems like they're pushing for Creed and her to have a relationship, which would be really kind of cool to see those two sort of bond, because Creed's a cool character.
Yeah.
I have a bad feeling as to what's going to happen with him, though. Okay, Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey spinoff gets 2020 release date. I think they also mentioned
they have like 3 or 4 different movies planned for Harley Quinn.
Yeah, because they're still working on the script, but it's coming together for what's it called? Suicide Squad. There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then they've got a Joker Harley Quinn movie they're working on too.
Yeah, apparently the script's done for that one.
Yeah, which is cool. Good on them. Goosebumps trailer actually showed that Jack Black is still going to be in Goosebumps 2. I never watched Goosebumps 1. This might be a good season to watch it though. Now that Halloween's coming up.
Yeah, Goosebumps 1 was. I mean, it's worth one watch, but
my problem is Jack Black. I don't dig Jack Black and kids stuff. I don't, except for School of Rock. That was the only.
I don't know. He was great in Jumanji.
True.
Jack Black playing a 16-year-old playing Jack Black.
Tommy Wiseau to promote his new movie coming out with Greg, is it Sennero? Greg Sennero, I think. They both reenacted the Dark Knight scene in the interrogation room. I feel like after watching it, it's like what the Joker would actually be like. Because like,
that's fine.
In a movie, you're gonna, of course, have like heightened, like people. You're gonna be able to tell everything they say. I feel like if the Joker was anybody, it'd be fucking Tommy Wiseau, because he's like, he mumbles a lot, but like, I thought he did a good job. It was really entertaining. I love the fact that Tommy Wiseau is really like owning up to this whole Joker persona. Like, right? He's having a lot of fun doing it. I enjoy it, like I really do. But Greg, his buddy Greg, he doesn't fit in the Batman suit they keep putting him in. Like he put on he's got the Christian Bale mask on, and his face punches out of it. It's really bad. They're using James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy 3 script.
Yeah,
they're going to use his script, so he did write it. So,
hopefully it's better than Guardians 2.
Yeah,
because I think Guardians 2 was just okay.
J.K. Rowling going to write 4 more stories supposedly.
Let's milk this cow.
Birds of Prey release date. I don't actually remember what the release date was going to be.
2020. It said in that article above.
No, that was
that Harley Quinn.
Oh, that was the Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Birds of Okay. No. So I think that's the different. So this is. Oh no, it is Birds of Prey. Okay, I thought it was Gotham City Sirens. Sorry.
I'm paying attention.
I got really confused. Black Widow movie is probably going to be surrounded around the Y2K bug, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can get rid of this. Options. Okay. Never mind.
You can
I
hide the sidebar.
just think it's weird. How do you hide it?
Go back under your settings.
Down here?
Yeah, go up to hide sidebar.
There we go. Okay. I just think it's weird showing off who's there.
Yeah.
Chris, I haven't seen if you said,
yeah,
are you guys decorating your house for Halloween? Maybe. I don't know.
If the wife says we are, then we are.
Yeah, I was gonna say it really depends on what she feels like doing. So yeah, so probably gonna be another flashback scene. Y2K bug is gonna probably be what she's trying to stop if they do a black.
I'm just
that'd be
happy we're probably finally getting one.
Oh, I never read this. I was supposed to read why the disgusting reason.
Oh, screen that.
Oh yeah, they have to vomit after they finish breathing. Okay.
They're gonna post this article like 9 more times this week.
Oh, they have. They have. Symbiote's getting a new origin story in the Venom movie. Supposedly, like a comet is coming by, and that's what they send a probe out to the comic, and then they jump the probe. So they're actually another cool thing is they did a Spider-Man comic where they rehashed the original Spider-Man meets Venom suit comic, but what they did is in the panels instead of being Spider-Man talking, it's the Venom suit talking. So
that is my old phone in my pocket, going off, and I don't know why because I don't have service.
Oh, do you have your? Oh,
it's my old phone.
Oh, okay.
I'm using it for an MP3.
Oh, okay. So they did it with the symbiote's perspective on things, and then they were talking about how originally the symbiote wasn't actually evil. It trusted Spider-Man, and then like a pet, when Spider-Man pulled it off and rejected it, that's when it decided to turn dark because it felt that rejection, and it was pretty upset about that. So that was kind of cool. Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson get a first look at them in the new MIB movie. If this will come up.
Internet.
Here we go. That's them. They're going to be in the MIB movie. I didn't realize Tessa Thompson was in this also, so I'm actually pretty pumped. First of all, beautiful woman. Gorgeous. Beautiful man. Gorgeous. But,
right?
But I'm pumped because they both have pretty comedic chops, so that's going to be fun. Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah,
first view as
I actually
the
like
Joker.
the look of that.
So the first time when I saw it, I was like, that doesn't look like the Joker. But then I was like, okay, whatever. I still need to see the movie. But then I started seeing other clips, and he looks really good.
Well, yeah, a lot of people go, this doesn't look like the Joker, and I have to tell them this is an origin story. You can't just assume he had his iconic makeup right from the start. Maybe he experimented a bit and did different things.
Well, before he did the because I don't think that's actually makeup in the with the comics and stuff, his actual iconic look. From what I can tell, that's because he was dropped into a vat of Joker toxin and he came out like that.
It depends on which arc you're reading. Yeah. Because in some of them, they go the Tim Burton route where it's all the makeup, and then in some, that's just his face.
Yeah, well, and the other thing is, in the Tim Burton one, though, with the makeup, he looks super fucked up.
Yeah.
He looks super fucked up. Doctor Who trailer.
So excited.
Looks really cool. I'm digging it. Veronica Mars is coming to Hulu in 2019.
Woohoo.
Plus all of the Veronica Mars. I'm super excited.
All the old stuff, too?
Yeah, all the old stuff. It's getting put on Hulu. So
I haven't watched that in years.
If you haven't watched Veronica Mars and you're curious, watch it on Hulu 2019. It's really worth every second. And then that's from when we were beforehand, but okay. Those are the big stories this week so far. I haven't really seen any other big announcements, honestly, that I felt like putting out there, I guess. So yeah, that's the fun there. It's been been a blast. Yeah, pretty cool shit going on this week.
Lots of good news.
Yeah, lots of fun nerdy news. Henry Cavill, still have no idea if he is or is not coming back. I don't understand.
According to his rep, that was all false. But according to people that say they know Warner Brothers people, it's not false. But then according to some people at Warner Brothers, it's true he's not coming back. But then apparently some other people from Warner Brothers say that it's not true, that he is coming back. So no, not even Warner Brothers knows.
What's with the Michael B. Jordan thing? I don't get it. Like, why are they immediately like, Michael B. Jordan? It's like, whoa, calm down.
Did you see that Ken Jeong offered to play Superman?
Yeah,
Henry Cavill's
I saw
out.
that, yeah. He'd be fantastic. Let's bring up the Chris thing so we can actually see it. Around my printer for Halloween. No Halloween yet. Oh, you guys should decoration that my parents do for Halloween. What do your parents do for decoration for Halloween? I don't even know. I don't even know, Chris. I don't even know. Yeah. But yeah. Let's get a check real quick too. What the movie is coming out this week, because pretty soon we're gonna have Venom. Isn't that like early October?
I think so.
Okay. Friendly straight in theaters 3, because they will say what. Oh, they don't have it.
How did I have to come up with money to go see Venom?
Okay, I see. So 10-4. So we're looking at. So this Friday is going to be Smallfoot and Peppermint. Peppermint's coming to the theater.
Oh.
And then I'm guessing Wednesday is probably. No, Thursday. So Thursday is going to be a week from tomorrow is going to be Venom, which is something I will have to take time to go and see, because Venom looks pretty good. I'm lowering my expectations.
Yeah,
but I'm still excited. So,
like, I want to see it, but I'm prepared for it to be hot trash garbage.
Yeah, hot garbage trash.
So if I go see it and it's amazing, I'll walk out of the theater and be like, yeah,
super pumped. I think even if it's all right, I'll be like, that was the best movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty sad that Spider-Man 3's Venom has tarnished the character a bit.
So bad.
And that's why it makes me so nervous.
Yeah.
I was like, if I get another Spider-Man 3 Venom, I'm going to walk out angry.
Right?
But no Topher Grace, so we're on the up and up.
Now, I don't think Topher Grace was the problem. I think the fucking, like, that's the thing. Sam Raimi did an amazing job with everything else, but when it came to Venom, like, someone watched that movie and was like, yeah, this will work. Like,
yeah, like,
it just would have taken a few seconds to double over his voice.
The movie itself isn't bad. It's the Venom bit, and then the emo Peter Parker stuff is...
Yeah, the emo Peter Parker is horrible.
Sandman's amazing.
Yeah, Sandman's really cool. You know what? I don't mind punk rock Tony Hawk, Green Goblin. Punk rock Tony Hawk, Green Goblin, not so bad. Like, it was bearable. Because you're not hanging in. You already got Willem Dafoe Green Goblin. So you're not really going to be hanging in so hard for like that. But once you got Venom and then they did it, like they did such a... It wasn't that they did a bad job, they did a half-assed job.
Yeah.
They didn't try with Venom.
I can't wait for the next version of Green Goblin Pro Glider. Best video game ever.
Why can't they do a new Tony Hawk? Like, I know Tony Hawk 5 was so bad, but why...
Because Tony Hawk 5 was legendarily bad.
What happened that they don't... Like, they keep giving up on Tony Hawk? Like, I feel like... So here's the thing, like, American Wasteland, to me, was awesome.
However, if you like skateboarding games, they did confirm Skate 4.
Yeah, but it's...
Skate is just as good as Tony Hawk. The problem with Skate is it's a lot harder to pull off tricks. I'm working in the circus and searching for purpose, learning from the bird who's perched.
Hello? There has never been a point where I have inquired about a free health insurance quote. Robin! Sorry, I have to answer my phone because at some point they're gonna come and hook up my washer dryer today.
No, it's fine.
I'm getting laundry, bitches. So
clean clothes.
So here's so I really started to enjoy when they went from N64 over to like GameCube era. I really enjoyed that it became a little more cartoony, but they were able to expand the universe a lot bigger. Like, so the maps could be like absolutely huge. And like American Wasteland had a really cool layout, and it was very like absurd punk rock Tony Hawk. So my opinion is that when they went back to the realism and then they left that behind, that's when they made a major mistake. Outside of they had glitchers and bullshit.
It sounds weird. One of my favorite Tony Hawk games I had was actually on the original DS, and it was a DS exclusive. It was called Downhill Jam. You still did your Tony Hawk tricks and everything, but every track in that game was downhill. You like skated downhill and you went through. But
I could see like
it wasn't like the only thing I didn't like about it is you couldn't explore the different areas. It was just tracks that you skated down.
Because that was enjoyable with like the Sonic Adventure 2. It essentially was kind of the same idea, where it was like downhills. Every now and then you go uphill and do some circles and shit. But like it was a downhill track idea. So I mean it's a good idea, especially for the DS if you're trying to save like space and memory. That makes sense.
The DS had tons of great games. I guess that's why it's the like 4th or 5th best selling console of all time.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
The first is still the PS2.
Even the 3DS, the PS2 knew how to pump games
out. I watched an FBE video where they had people try and guess, and the PS2 was number 1, the DS was number 2. The Wii was actually number 3, and number 4 surprised me. It was the original Game Boy. I didn't know it sold as well as it did, but apparently the original Game Boy is the 4th best-selling console.
Mobile consoles are actually, they have a bit of an edge because they're a little bit cheaper.
Yeah,
and you can play them like anywhere.
Yeah,
that's why the Switch is such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's the thing that I loved about the Switch, and it's the thing I love about the DS.
Sorry.
Because I'm on the go all the time, and to be able to just pull it out wherever I'm at, play for a couple minutes.
Trying to play it off all cool.
It's too late for that.
Do you think they can tell? I've got this thing that's just like all cool. Across the room. And that's what's so unfortunate about the Vita, but I was watching kind of a breakdown of the Vita and why they, like, some people think that it didn't.
Sony didn't support it. That is wholeheartedly my reason why it failed.
Well, no, they think the initial reason why it didn't take up was because of this idea that their games were made as full platform games rather than bite-sized chunks. So, like, and that's what's great about some of the Switch games is, like, even Zelda you can kind of put down from time to time.
Yeah.
Destroying your house already? It hasn't been 2 weeks yet.
Yeah, I think that's one of the problems with the Vita. But my two main problems are there was really no first-party support. There was no, like, Sony games.
Yeah.
If you love Japanese role-playing games and anime-inspired games, there's a crap load of those on the Vita. Like, it became the home for JRPGs.
Do you think, like, Nintendo has sort of the opposite option with the Switch and the 3DS? Like, I feel like the Switch is not getting enough attention, and the 3DS gets the things that the Switch should have. Like, Luigi's Mansion 3 remake, or Luigi's Mansion 1 remake, why is that not on the Switch?
I don't know. Nintendo, actually...
It's kind of dumb.
Nintendo, in my opinion, is the reason the Vita didn't sell well. Because the 3DS had already been out for like 3 years. And
yeah, they were kicking ass.
When the Vita first came out, I had a 3DS. I had Ocarina of Time, Pokemon, like I had all those badass games. So when the Vita first came out, I was like, I don't need this. Like, I have the 3DS. And then I ended up picking one up from Gamers secondhand because I had a bunch of credit. And then I loved the Vita because I downloaded all my old PS1 games on it. Yeah. And that's what I used it for.
You could do a lot of, like, PS1 games, PS2 games.
Like, when the Vita first came
JRPGs.
out, I was like, I already have my DS. I got Pokemon, Mario Kart. Like, why do I need a Vita?
Yeah.
And that's one of the problems with it, too. Nintendo, the 3DS was just killing it.
And it's still killing it. And that's what kind of bugs me, though, is, like, this idea that I'm like, you have a perfect combination, and your goal is to sell one for every single household. So why are you not supporting its mobility.
It's also
You know,
one of the reasons Microsoft has. Well, Sony apparently confirmed they're not going to do another handheld either, but I don't know if that's true. But Microsoft said they're not even going to bother with handhelds because they were like, look at how well the 3DS is selling, and look at how the Vita tanked compared to the 3DS. It couldn't compete.
do you think they're gonna try and like copy the Switch's success by making a console that you can pop out?
I don't. Microsoft and Sony might try that, but
I feel like Sony might.
Nintendo has always been the more like, let's do the cool, funky, gimmicky thing, and it worked. Like the Wii was really good, and like the Wii U, while it didn't get the third-party support it needed, it was still really good. It got tons of first-party support.
The Wii U's problem was like its execution was a step under the Switch.
It's also their ad campaign for the Wii U was terrible. Like, their marketing was awful.
Well, it was always for stupid kids.
Before the Wii U came out,
look how much fun we're having. Radical.
Before the Wii U came out, I didn't know much about it except that a bunch of kids were playing it in commercials. And then when they did the Switch, they did it right, like with the reveal and everything. Like,
well, everyone had the same kind of thought, and I ran into it a lot at Gamers, and I had the thought myself when I before I like started working at Gamers, was I was like, is it something you add on to your Wii?
Yeah, that's what everyone thought. Everyone's like, can I buy the gamepad for my Wii? And then I remember a couple of times David had to tell him, no, this is its own console.
Yeah, that was, it's because it wasn't properly marketed?
Nope. I mean, you called it the Wii U. That's confusing enough. And if there's grandparents or if there's parents that know nothing about video games, they're just going to be like, hey,
I want that Wii.
I want that Wii U gamepad.
I want that Wii. I had one guy come in and go, I want Nintendo. And I was like, I've got a lot of Nintendo. He's like, Nintendo. I want Nintendo. I sold him an actual, like, straight up Nintendo console. He's the happiest fucking old man I've ever seen in my life. This guy was like in his 70s and he just decided he needed a hobby. So he bought a Nintendo.
I want a Nintendo. I have like 9 different kinds. Which one?
I was like, I got them all, buddy. I got them all. He was like yelling at me. I'm like, okay.
I'll never forget when I used to come in all the time. The dude that would always bring you in like broken and junk controllers and shit, and then get mad when you offered him what you did. I just remember this guy several times with David bringing in controllers, and David's like, these are all defective, so we got to give you less credit.
Are you talking about Virgil?
Yeah.
Virgil, yeah. First of all, Virgil looked like the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, he
scared the shit out of me. But second of all, the thing about Virgil is like he would bring like 100 Nintendo. Like he had. So Virgil died. But the crazy thing is like when he passed away, his family were cleaning out his storage unit. They brought in, I would say, $400 to $500 worth in cash credit, or in cash of stuff.
Cash? That's good. That's
yeah,
a lot of
$400
stuff.
to $500 in cash was just sitting in his storage unit, and he would just come in every day with like a couple of controllers and trade them in for like 10 cents a piece. Because what are you gonna give it? They're like original Nintendo controllers, just not worth that much.
No,
like,
they're
two
really
buttons. They're really just they're hard to pedal.
You can get them online for like $2.
Yeah, so he was always getting annoyed. He wanted like $5 a piece, and I'm like, I'm sorry about selling. You know, I'm not gonna. No,
buddy, you can buy them online for half that.
Mm-hmm. And so he had that problem, but he had like he was sitting on a gold mine in his storage unit of just Nintendo shit, and it was like. You know how many copies of Super Mario Brothers / Duck Hunt he just had in his thing? It was a lot. Like,
really?
Yeah, he just hoarded games, and it was ridiculous. And then we had this big old thing where it was like his family was feuding over, I don't know, like the one lady comes in is like, if this person comes in to ask about like Virgil's stuff, don't tell them anything because last time they were here, they tried to light my car on fire. And I'm like, this sounds like shit I don't want to be in the middle of. Like,
right?
I'm already in the middle of plenty of shit at Gamers. Like, when I was at Gamers, I was in the middle of all the shit. All the shit. Don't work at a video game store if you don't have the constitution to deal with weird motherfucking people. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
You'll get some gems in. Dritz, Tommy, gems. a lot of them people were.
Spartacus.
Yeah, Spartacus. Just walk in, lay down, be like, "You all right?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm good, man. Yeah, man, I'm all right." I'm like, "Okay, you don't seem all right. You're laying on the ground."
When David set up that little couch and the TV to try and play games, like I went in there one time to sell some stuff and get a new game, and I just looked and Spartacus was on the couch, and David's like, "I've asked him to leave 3 times. He's still there. He won't leave." I was like, "Oh," and then randomly I just looked over and whatever game David had plugged in, Spartacus died, and he was like, "This shit whack," and then he walked out the door. And I was like, "What?" And David's like, "Oh, he's gone."
That David, the last time I saw him, so like I went to like Walmart. This was like a while back, but I was at Walmart and he had this weird, like, he looked like Michael Jackson. Like, he had the long hair and the weird ponytail, and he was wearing like a white button-up shirt. And I'm walking, and he fucking pops out of the clothes, like one of the clothes things, like, you know how they're like a circle. Yeah. He like pops out, and he just like, and then goes back in. I was like, the fuck.
Yeah,
I just kept going. I was like, whatever.
I haven't seen him for months, but I saw him like 4 or 5 months ago, and he was walking around town wearing his American flag cape, and he weirds me out. So I literally
you just turn the other way.
When I see him, I turn the other way, or I'll cross the street and I'll keep walking. And as I was crossing the street, he literally was like, "Where you going, bestie?" And I turned and was like, "What?" And he's like, "Besties for life." And then he just stared at me and watched me walk around the block. And I was like, "What the hell?" Stranger danger.
So he was like, I remember Robert like coming back in at one point. He's like, Jay. And I was like, "What's up?" And he's like, "I just saw him arguing with a tree, man. It's the best day of my life." He said he was having a full-blown screaming match with a tree. I mean, it's unfortunate. That's mental illness. And that's, you know, it's an unfortunate thing. But at the same time, when you have to deal with that in the workplace, all you can do is chuckle about it. Like, it's really frustrating sometimes dealing with cuckoo to craziness. I don't know what to say, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like him. He's an okay person, but well, maybe not. He tortured you.
He followed me around a couple times.
Yeah.
I thought he was all right. Like, he was always weird, but he was nice. Like, until he started that fight at Multiverse and was like trashing the place, I just thought he was fine. He was just a little weird.
That's kind of the problem, I think, with like a lot of mental illnesses. Like, those people, you're like, oh, they won't harm anybody until they harm someone.
Well, yeah,
that's when they.
He doesn't look strong. It took 5 of us. We still couldn't get him outside, and the only reason he left Multiverse was because he just gave up and got tired of fighting 5 dudes and just left. 5 guys could
just chose to walk away.
5 guys couldn't drag him up the stairs, and then randomly he's just like, whatever, and then he opened the door and walked out on his own. And everyone that was struggling with him was like, "What the hell? We've been fighting for like 10 minutes." Yeah, he just had to get up and leave.
Yeah, man, Gamers was a weird time. I miss that job a lot.
I tried forever to get hired on there to no avail.
I was trying to get fucking David to hire you too.
Like, I love video games. That's my thing. I'm a people person. Like,
the problem being is like the work sucked.
No,
like, the work sucked.
It was video games, and like the first time I applied, he's like, "Don't you? How much do you make at Walmart?" And I was like, $11.50, and he's like, "You won't make that here." And I was like, "Yeah, but I love video games. Like, and I don't have very many bills. Like."
The work sucked. I'm not kidding. The work was shitty work. Though I enjoyed having Nick. Like, Nick was a great coworker. Like, all my coworkers were great, actually.
I love all your coworkers from that place.
Yeah, Tiana was awesome.
I love Nick and I love Tiana. I think they're both great.
Travis was funny.
I love them all, but I've told that story multiple times. The only thing I disliked was that time I kept trying to have David order me that Star Wars headset.
Right.
And he kept forgetting to tell everyone that he ordered it for me. So, like, it comes in and Tiana sold it. And then he ordered me another one and it didn't tell anyone, so Nick sold it. And then he ordered it a 3rd time, didn't tell anyone, and Travis sold it. And then I was like, I'll just get a regular headset.
When it comes to communication, that is David's biggest issue. Like ordering, there are a lot of times where he would like actually say he was going to order something and then he never ordered it. That happened a lot. Like there was just so many issues with that, and it was like I don't understand.
Yeah, there was
how this is a different.
A couple of my friends disliked the gamers because David told him he could order them the special editions. And then apparently it was found out that he couldn't, but he forgot to tell them. And so when the game came out, like
you call up, you just call people. I don't understand what's so hard about
so like
that.
the game came out and they were like, "Hey, where's my special edition?" "Oh yeah, well I found out I couldn't order that." And my buddy's like, "You didn't tell me. I could have ordered it from somewhere else, but now they're sold out."
Yeah. You know what's weird is I had the opposite problem when I ordered my Switch and Zelda. I said I just want the normal Zelda. And he ordered me the special edition, like $100 copy, and I was like, I can't buy that. And Nick, so those were like, I don't know, there was only a couple of those Zeldas, and Nick really wanted one, but he couldn't. So Nick and I ended up actually just trading. So Nick bought the $100 copy, and I bought
That's
the
awesome.
$6 because I didn't want the $100. I was like, all it comes with is like, I mean, it came with the map, and then it came with a couple other things, but it just wasn't. I don't know. It was kind of ridiculous. The one thing I'm trying to get a hold of right now, actually, is the GTA map. The special edition one that's like...
Oh, I don't have the special edition one.
Yeah, I want the blue one. Like, I want the blue one real bad. That one, if you put a
somewhere at home,
over
too, I have a Fallout 4 map that has a perk chart on the other side.
Ooh!
It's a flimsy paper one, because they never made an actual map, but...
Yeah.
If I can find that, I'll bring that.
That's kind of like the hardest part with like all these like things is like a lot of these are like flimsy. Yeah. Like the Zelda one's pretty good, and then I've got 2 Red Dead ones. I've got an Undead Nightmare, and then there's the regular Red Dead. So and then they have a poster on the other side.
I love Red Dead, but they're getting a little ridiculous with Red Dead 2.
I'm pumped. They're doing an online service.
I mean, yeah, that's cool, but did you read the article the other day how they have a horse testicles physics engine in Red Dead 2? Yeah. I was like, that's not...
That was actually,
not necessary.
Game Ranks was talking about that, where it's like, the colder it gets, it shrinks up, and then the warmer it gets, it comes out,
I was
and
like,
it swings.
I read the article, and I was like, this is a creepily level of detail.
Right?
In horse testicle
physics. It was a little eerie. And then...
Other than that, I'm excited for the game.
Yeah, they announced online beta for like November, so the game goes up on sale in October, and then online is in November, which honestly, like, I haven't even gotten into GTA Online, so I'm not probably going to be exploring Red Dead Online, because I can't wait. I want to be more on the GTA Online here soon. However...
I have a controller now, so I can play that from my PC.
GTA or...
Yeah, GTA.
Okay, I was going to say, I think they have a Red Dead PC coming. As well, not the original, but like a new one.
I would love for them to re-release the original on PC.
It would be nice. They said it's never going to happen.
Yeah,
which is bullshit. Because it's still a really good game. Like it's
kind of like how
people still want to replay it.
BioWare told us we'll never get an HD Mass Effect collection. The creator of Mass Effect and the like runner of BioWare even said in an interview, like, "Hey, we know it would sell. It would sell billions.
Yeah,
people would buy it like crazy." But they said at the time Andromeda hadn't come out, and they said they would never do one. Their whole team is working on Andromeda, and he promised that Andromeda was going to be just as good, if not better. And then Andromeda was an almost unplayable mess when it first came out. It took like 4 or 5 updates for me to be able to actually play the game.
I'll be back in like 30 to 40 minutes. It's your live. Got to go do something. Chris is leaving us! Oh well. No, first of all, Andromeda was garbage. Like it was.
The story of Andromeda is just fine. It was just the graphics and the mouth glitches.
I thought the story was shit.
Here's
what I didn't like about the story for Andromeda. Okay, so Mass Effect 1 was set in an already established, very lush, very explorable galaxy.
Yeah, it's already expansive and
yeah. Andromeda was like, let's just take a few characters and put them where no one is. And that was bullshit.
The only problem I had with Andromeda was it's not like a Skyrim or a Fallout where it gradually gives you stuff to do. it dumps you in that world, and it's like, here's all this stuff right at once.
But there's nothing in that world.
Yeah.
There's really nothing in that world to explore. Whereas in Mass Effect, like the originals, there's like it's a lush environment. There's plenty to it.
And in the originals, you could go to planets, and then you would scan for minerals, and then certain planets you would land on, and there'd be missions to take out enemies on the planet.
Yeah.
I mean, the planets weren't huge open world, but it was still awesome, and each planet was different and distinct, and
there's a lot to it. But it's not, there's not as much to Andromeda, and that's what was kind of like, okay, this is kind of bullshit. Like,
and then Mass Effect 2 was the best. It's one of the greatest games of all time.
And that's why if there was a Mass Effect trilogy that went up, especially for PC or Xbox One, like if they came out with a remastered version that I could buy, 100% I would pay.
The problem with Mass Effect on PC, because I bought the first one because I wanted to replay them, there's no controller support.
Really?
I don't like playing with the mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
And also on Steam, there's only Mass Effect 1 and 2. There's no 3.
You have to go to Origin to buy the third.
I hate Origin.
If you do that, you can still transfer your save file from second to third.
Can you?
Yeah, even if you have Steam for the first
I hate Origin.
I researched that because I was thinking about it because they had 1 and 2 on sale on Steam, and I was like,
I uninstalled Origin because it slows down my computer a fuck ton, and it auto starts up every time.
You can you can get things that will turn that off. Like I have glare utilities, and then you go through and you turn off what auto starts up, so then it saves you.
I only got Origin for Command and Conquer, and it's unfortunate that I had to use Origin because I bought the disc because I love that game series. I love RTSs, and then the disc was like, oh, this just links you to Origin. There's actually none of these games on this disc. You have to download them all separate, and I was like, that takes up so much space.
Also, it's kind of a pain in the ass to have to do that. Like the reason why you buy a disc is so then you don't have to take up all that space.
It's nice now that I have
do all that shit.
This gaming one because there's no disc drive, but I still want to buy a USB one because I have a lot of PC games at home that are on disc that I can't install on here. Like I have some older ones too.
Right. It's just kind of ridiculous.
I
don't know.
I have some that are so old they won't work in here. Like I'm sad I can't play Diablo 1 on this thing because it doesn't work on Windows 10.
I don't think I can play. What was it? Spore? I think Spore is not. And then I had to download something to be able to play Fallout 3.
I used to have to do that. I don't know what it is on this gaming laptop. I just installed Fallout 3 and then I loaded it up. It plays just fine.
Oh, that's nice.
But before, I had to download something and install it in one of the folders. And
I had to do that with Spore. Like I had to check out something for Spore, which was, I haven't played Spore, but like I actually just added a fuckload here. What did I add?
Whoa, you got a lot more stuff.
Half-Life, Bully.
I still need to play
Bioshock 2, Broken Age. Broken Age I really want to play because they're actually putting it on the Switch. Prince of Persia, Plants vs. Zombies, Fable Anniversary, Castle Crashers. Castle Crashers is a great game.
Did you just buy a bunch of games recently? Or?
No, so my internet speed has been increased, and then I have an entire terabyte for my data cap allowance.
Oh, yeah.
So I just started installing what I have on there anyways. I was like, I'll just start putting things up. Like, I've got Octodad. Have you ever played Octodad?
Yeah, I've seen
Octodad is awesome. Sims 3. Still haven't played Telltale. Oh! That's another thing, news-wise. Telltale Games is closing.
People that worked there said they're not going to finish The Walking Dead Part 3 and 4. The voice actress said they're not. But other game companies have come forward and they have offered to help Telltale finish all the games they're currently working on.
That would be great if we could get Wolf Among Us 2.
Yeah, my buddy was so excited for that, and then I told him Telltale Games was closing, and he was like, "What?"
I know, it's fucking horrifying. It really is upsetting to hear that might not happen.
They've done so many good games. The Telltale Batman games were fantastic.
I've never played them. I need to buy them, but I've never played them.
I've never bought them myself, but I watched people play them. They're really good.
Oh, I installed Psychonauts and Lego Marvel too.
Yeah, and,
Psychonauts is...
The Walking Dead series is so good.
Again, the only one I've played actually is Wolf Among Us.
I can't stand the show The Walking Dead. It gets really terrible after season 2. The game was so good.
I stopped. I never even tried because I don't like zombies, so they scare the shit out of me. But I can play them in video games because you can shoot them and shit.
They're fine for me. Like I watched season 1 and I was like, okay, this show shows promise. And then season 2, they didn't improve upon anything. It was just the same. And I was like, okay, this show's just okay. And then I started watching season 3 and I was like, wow, this show sucks now.
Everyone else was like, this show's amazing. I've never given it a shot.
A lot of the people that if you ask someone who's really a fan of the show, why do you like it? They don't ever say the acting. They don't say they love the characters. They don't say the zombies. Like, why is this your favorite show? Why is it amazing? Because zombies. Do you like the acting? Do you like the scripts? Do you like the storylines of the seasons? Zombies.
I haven't even finished Breaking Bad, honestly. And then there's like, what else was I working on?
I haven't even seen an episode of Breaking Bad.
Oh, are you kidding me? Breaking Bad's so good. When the first episode, I don't remember if it's the first episode, but in the first season, there's a part where Walt is like, so he gets caught making and distributing meth by the local meth kingpin. So
really?
He brings them in, and Walt's just like, I got a sample right here for you. And he's like, oh, great. And so he pulls it out and he looks at it and he's like, this isn't the right stuff. And he goes, yeah, you want to know something about cool chemical combinations? And he starts breaking down that if you combine what he's holding in his hand with the thing that Walt's holding in his hand, he goes, it creates an explosion. Throws it, hits it, it goes, boom! And Walt just walks off. Fucking murdered the kingpin.
Wow.
With all assassination style. He's just like, oh! And it just shows how fucking cool and badass Walt is. Like, he is a creative motherfucker. Like, he was like, I'm not gonna take this shit. Killed the kingpin, and then he looks at all the guys and he goes, I'm your kingpin now. And walked away. Like, it's one of the most, like, you're just like, so in the show, I'm guessing that's my washer dryer people. Tommy, actually, I'm just gonna hit B right back. There. Hey, sorry, man. Oh no problem. This guy washes that. Awesome. Yeah, you want me to? Be right back. Be right back. Be right back. Be right back. Alright, I'm gonna go. We're actually podcasting, right? Oh, okay, yeah, we don't get any supervision. Go ahead. Okay. Yay, I'm getting a washer dryer. Woo, it's all Diehm.
It's fun, inexpensive.
Hashtag it. Oh, you know what I realized? We still have the microphone on. Oh, God. 3, 2, 1. Hey! Okay, so I left the microphone on. That's cool. Washer dryer's coming. So you might hear some banging and booming and whatnot, but, it's going to be dope.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to wash my clothes. That's what I'm going to do. So, okay. What were we talking about? We're talking about, Breaking Bad. So we haven't...
Stuff.
Yeah, you haven't quite seen that. I just watched the other day the Meyerowitz stories on Netflix. It's got Dustin Hoffman, Adam Sandler, and Ben Stiller. It's very artistic. Like, you know that it's definitely written by, like, theater people. And it's acted in a very theater-esque manner. But it's got some good heart to it. It's about a dad he used to be an artist. He's an a-hole. He's been married several times. He was a sculptor. And he's still trying to sell off his sculptures and stuff, and it's not going so great. And then all of his kids who are kind of, I don't know, they're a little bit tortured by how much of an a-hole he is. Like there's this whole thing. So Ben Stiller plays Matthew, who's the half son, also the favorite son. And then Adam Sandler's the first, like the oldest son who he didn't really pay attention to. And then there's the sister that they didn't really pay attention to either. And Adam Sandler, so he keeps saying like, oh, this is my sculpture. I call it Matthew because Matthew all the time was always helping me. Or he'd always watch me from the floor and he'd kind of give me suggestions and stuff. And Matthew's like, yeah, Dad, I don't remember that at all. And at the end, the dad's just talking about the sculpture again. He goes, yeah, it was back in 1960 something. He's like, Dad, I wasn't even born then. And he goes, oh, must not have been you. And he's talking about it was the earlier son who got no attention, Danny. So that was kind of like an extra, like, it just shows how horrible of the person that dad is. And like the one son's just like, he's like, I wish I could hate my dad. He goes, I wish there was one thing that I hated him for. He goes, but it was just little things every single day. He's like, there's no one thing that I could just forgive him for. It's all these little things. It's like, oh, it's such a cutting.
We're finally getting, thanks to Netflix, no, blanking on the title. We're getting Making a Murderer season 2. For people that are into true crime documentaries, Making a Murderer was fantastic.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It was really good. It was actually riveting. I actually binge watched the whole thing, and I don't binge watch a lot of stuff anymore because I don't have time. But
yeah,
I binge watched the whole thing. I didn't even know they were planning a season 2, but season 2 is coming.
Did you watch American Vandal?
I have not seen that.
You need to watch them. If you like Making a Murderer, you'll love American Vandal. It's very funny because it's a mockumentary about true crime. Yeah. It's fantastic. I love American Vandal. Oh man. Okay, well, I think we've kind of covered. Oh, we've got another person here. Hello, another person. Drop in and say hi to us, or run away. Either way.
Either way, thanks for watching.
Yeah, what I was kind of thinking about doing was switching to a game or something. If you're interested.
No, it's fine with me.
Let's see what we can do here. Let's. Okay, so we're going to end and then start again here in a minute. So we're going to end the podcast portion and then start some gaming, which we'll jump into.
I wish I owned games like Castle Crashers and stuff, because we could play those like together after the podcast. Because